Ellen taking ketamine because he's depressed is proof that even if you're the richest man alive, money can't buy happiness. Well, he can buy the ketamine. Yet money can buy really good Procate health care. Money doesn't buy happiness. That said, money can buy security, and financial security can make those who don't have it quite happy if when they get it. Money will buy me a lot of happiness at. I'm slowly starving to death and basically homeless. I assure you the lack of enough sure as hell is a lot worse. I'd take the billions, ketamine, and a Ginus any day. Yeah, I don't for even a single second believe Elon Musk is a happy person. The dude is too online and edgelord to be happy. The shit he lets consume him is shit a 14-year-old broods about. The dude is an emotional man-child and the richest man in the world's body. I'm not sure what can make him happy, but it sure as shit ain't money or drugs, lol. Money reduces stress. What is the most infamous Reddit post? The dude leaving post-it notes to himself and thought he had a home invader, but it was carbon monoxide poisoning. James Corden. This berry dude linking all the posts is the real mad respect. The guy who asked why his whole feed was in Spanish and everyone trolled him by responding in Spanish. The guy that asked about trying heroin didn't believe everyone that told him don't do it. They became a full-blown addict. The guy who ate over 2/3 of a custom-made 6-foot submarine sandwich by himself at a Super Bowl party thinking no one would notice the sub cost well over $120. Yes, he ate 4 feet of the sub. How would you get a small cylinder iron-length, iron-girth unstuck from a mini-M's tube filled with butter and microwaved mashed banana? This one comes to mind. The guy who rickrolled Rick Astley. Would you date someone who didn't drink alcohol? Yes. Complete non-issue as far as I'm concerned. I would kill for a girlfriend who doesn't drink. I don't drink myself, so it would be a big plus. It is a silly question. He's my bartender. As long as she doesn't mind me drinking, I can't see why something like this would ever be a problem. Sure, why not? Not drinking at all is certainly better than drinking too much. Hopefully, she wouldn't mind me having a drink occasionally, but if she chooses not to, that's fine. Yeah, like I don't drink either, so I'd be cool with it. I don't mind if they drink, but I don't want to partake. Honestly, it's a huge green flag. It's not a red flag if someone drinks responsibly. But if they don't drink at all, it's a green flag emo. Which old-fashioned beliefs that men have about women are actually true? When the working day is done, girls just want to have fun. Their throwing speed of objects is way worse than men's. I was in a psych of gender class in college, and that category had the largest standard deviation difference between men and women. You can often fascinate one by giving her a piece of cheese. That menstruation is the devil's work and a sign of spooky witchcraft. On average, women prefer validation over advice. I've always seen this as a two-sided question, but it's my strong belief that women want to be taken care of. But newsflash, if men are also honest, we want to be taken care of as well. Both sexes make it so hard. Women become noticeably different during their periods and always deny it. Being on a period will lead to significant mental and physical change. What conspiracy theory really annoys you? The moon landing being fake. Despite all the evidence, people still sit and think they know better than literally everyone else, including the Soviet Union, on proving its legitimacy. It also brings on the religioustards. Flat Earth, one I just read about. Some conspiracy idiots think no one was on the Challenger, that it was all fake and they're all still alive. The moon landing and flat Earth. Smooth brain club to believe any of those. Chemtrails. I know birds aren't real is supposed to be a parody conspiracy theory, but the amount of idiots that believe it annoys me. Illuminate. Moon landing being people hiding amongst us. Chemtrails. This most recent Boeing whistleblower story. The dude was mentally ill, and anything that can make it sound like a conspiracy is being cherry-picked and misrepresented in the media. Why do I feel like I just went 6 rounds with the Undertaker after taking phone calls with my lady? I think we all have different appetites for certain things. For me, 10–15 minutes of talking on the phone feels good. If I'm on the phone, I want to connect, share news, make plans, and save the deep, discursive stuff for date night. You're not alone. Phone calls are just too much sometimes. Tell her, not us. That's not me, but you're definitely not together. Phone calls can definitely tell her how you feel. Also, try leading a bit of the conversation to things that interest you. I've noticed that women have a bigger tendency to call just to chat. I tend to call when I have something to say, or just to set up a time and place to meet and spend time together. I very rarely call someone just to talk about my day for 20 minutes. Just tell her you love spending time with her, but you're not much of a long call person. Communicate. Mankind versus The Undertaker, Hell on a Cell. Women of Reddit, what are some unwritten examples of girl code? If a random woman comes up to you pretending to know you, you've known her for your whole life. Always watch your friend's drink if she leaves on the table in a club. If you have the means, spare a square. That look that says, "Help me leave this conversation interaction." Help a girl out when she is stuck with period problems. Help a girl out if she's sexually harassed, followed, etc. Always tell a woman, even a stranger, about a wardrobe malfunction, skirt hooked into panties at the back after a restroom visit. If someone is making comments about her weight or appearance in general, regardless if it sounds like a joke or not, you give a compliment. There is so much body dysmorphia and eating disorders with young women. Avatar is the highest grossing film, yet it is rare to see anyone wearing franchise merch. If I see people wearing Avatar merch, I assume they've been to Disney World recently. I've heard it described as the biggest IP with the smallest cultural impact, like the film name on a shirt in papyrus font. I know what you did. I know what you did. I guess nobody wants to admit they want to boink the big blue chick. Raymond Knowles, who wrapped his truck in vinyl, covered himself with March 25, 2024 of Avatar tattoos, is an outlier and should not have been counted. I was at a Lego store and all the Avatar sets were in the bargain bin at 50 off and still too expensive. I enjoyed the first one. We'll eventually see the second, but to me it's only a movie, not something I want merch of. Edit. Spelling is hard. Cameron has a clause that severely limits merchandising. You'll never get those 5 minutes back you spent as a kid watching and waiting for a digital clock to change to the next minute. You'll never get any time as how time works. Time spent being curious isn't time wasted. It is how we learn. You never get those 2 minutes back you spent making this post. 5. You underestimate how boring my childhood was. Oh no, op cannot count. This is a fun thought. I'm especially enjoying the people who think your math is broken. What do you mean as a kid? 5 minutes spent watching less than 60 seconds. Or waiting for the Chinese dragon figurine to come alive and start dancing without falling asleep. I was so damn gullible. If you spent 5 minutes waiting for 1 minute to pass on your clock, you must have had a broken clock. You guys are getting time back. Shower thoughts kinda sucks now. How does it take you 5 minutes to watch a clock do 1 minute? Men, what's something so ridiculous you've seen someone do that made you go, how have they made it this far in life? I had a coworker that during training could not figure out how to use a sink. I wish I was joking. I work in it. I see it on the daily. I had an executive call me and tell me they needed me in their office immediately because their computer wouldn't turn on. I went to the office, pushed the power button, and walled you know it turned on. I'm constantly baffled by people who can't take their eyes off of their phone. I'm pretty sure hospitals see the dumbest, most preventable shit due to people's phone addiction. I saw a man at the mall a few days ago and watched him walk into a glass wall window of a store right next to the door. He stepped back, watched someone exit through the door, and then turned and walked square into the glass wall again. I was reminded of a Jack Nicholson quote. Men of Reddit, what are some examples of unwritten guy code? If your friends help you move, you are expected to be packed already. If a guy nods at you while you walk past, you have to give a nod back. If someone offers to pay, you should ask them if they are sure. If they are, then it is rude to further reject what is supposed to be a kindness on their part. I got the bill. Are you sure? Yeah, don't worry about it. Thank you. If your mate likes a girl, he's the funniest guy in the room. If you borrow your buddy's tool motorized implement, you return it clean full. Always send back better than when you borrowed it if possible. If you cook on their grill at their request, or while they're away, it must be as cleaner than when you began. Skip at least one urinal in a public restroom. If a buddy buys a round of drinks, you buy the next round. Don't sleep with your best friend's girlfriend. Apparently Tim missed that fucking you, Tim. What is something you should never buy new? Musical instruments. I found some amazing deals buying second-hand guitars, keyboards, trumpets, etc. A person. The first iteration of anything brand new in tech. The large rolling tool boxes. Personally, a car. The industry is out of line. Water. A car. Children. Women. An antique. I dunno about never but like. Also, adult cats are less expensive from a shelter and have an established personality, so you can buy an active cat, lap cat, etc. Exercise equipment. People buy them new, don't use them, and then sell them for cheap because everyone else did the same thing. Designer handbags or cars. My stuffed toy collection. Thrifting is more fun.